Storied depths of the forest. In the southern part of Oregon, where mountain peaks and endless forests stretch for miles, lies one of the most secluded areas for hikers and adventure seekers. Here, amidst the greenery and silence, lurks a story that many prefer not to recall. A group of 5 friends set out on a hike one summer evening. Among them were Chris and Amy, a couple who met in college, along with their friends Mike, Jenny, and Tom. The plan was simple: hike a few miles into the woods, find a secluded spot to camp, and spend the weekend under the open sky. The first day passed without incident. They enjoyed the freedom, breathtaking landscapes, and friendly conversations around the campfire. But as the sun dipped below the horizon and nature plunged into darkness, strange events began to unfold. Mike, the boldest of the group, claimed he heard rustling and footsteps outside their camp. "It's probably just animals," he said, but the tension in the air remained palpable. Amy began to feel as though someone was watching them. She confided in Chris, who tried to reassure her, "We're just spooked by the night sounds of the forest." But when the moonlight illuminated their camp, they discovered footprints almost right up to their tent. No one joked as they discussed who could have trespassed into their camp. Jenny, usually calm and sensible, started talking about local legends of hunters secretly living in these woods. Tom, typically the joker and cheerful guy, fell silent and began listening intently to the sounds of the night. The next morning, they decided to move to another part of the trail, only to realize that some of their supplies were missing. Food rations and one of the sleeping tents were gone. It was clear that someone or something had been in their camp during the night. Now, every rustle of leaves, every branch swaying in the wind, seemed like a threat. They kept moving, trying to maintain composure, but everyone's nerves were on edge. They no longer questioned who it was, but what it was. The mysterious presence stalked them, making the friends doubt every step they took. Finally, they reached a safe zone where they could contact park rangers. They made it back to civilization, but the strange incidents remained etched in their memories. What was it? Perhaps just locals living deep in the woods, but whatever it was, they could never say for certain. Such moments linger in memory like shadows, reminding them that the forest can be not only beautiful and quiet, but also mysterious and dangerous. This story left its mark on each of them, reminding them that the depths of nature conceal much that may be inaccessible and unexplored to us. Story 2: The Haunting of Elkmont. In the heart of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park lies Elkmont, a once thriving logging town turned into a vacation destination. By the mid-20th century, it became a ghost town, its cabins and cottages abandoned and slowly being reclaimed by nature. In recent years, stories began to emerge of strange occurrences in the area, adding a sinister twist to its already hauntingly beautiful atmosphere. A group of 5 friends from Knoxville decided to spend a weekend camping near Elkmont. They were drawn by the picturesque scenery and the allure of exploring the abandoned cabins. They arrived on a crisp autumn afternoon, the air filled with the scent of pine and the sound of leaves crunching underfoot. Setting up camp near an old, dilapidated cabin, they were eager to explore the ghost town. As dusk fell, the friends wandered through the remnants of Elkmont. The sun cast long shadows through broken windows, and the forest seemed to whisper around them. They took pictures and shared eerie tales they had heard about the area. One particular story stood out: the tale of the Elkmont bride. Legend had it that a young bride had perished in a fire on her wedding night in one of the cabins, and her spirit still roamed the area, seeking her lost groom. That night, the group gathered around the campfire, the flames dancing and casting flickering shadows on the surrounding trees. Despite the eerie atmosphere, they laughed and enjoyed the warmth of the fire. As the night grew darker, an unsettling feeling began to creep over them. The sounds of the forest seemed to grow louder, and the wind carried faint, ghostly wails. Around midnight, the wind picked up, howling through the trees and sending chills down their spines. One of the friends, Sarah, decided to take a walk to clear her mind. She ventured towards the old cabin, now just a dark silhouette against the night sky. As she approached, she noticed a faint light flickering inside. Curiosity overcoming her fear, she peered through a broken window. Inside, she saw a figure in a tattered white dress, illuminated by the soft glow of a candle. The figure's face was obscured, but Sarah felt a profound sense of sadness emanating from her. Frozen in place, she watched as the figure moved slowly, almost gracefully, towards the door. As the figure reached the doorway, it suddenly vanished, leaving Sarah staring into an empty, dark room. Terrified, Sarah ran back to the campfire, her face pale and her breath coming in short gasps. She recounted what she had seen to her friends, who were skeptical but unnerved by her genuine fear. They decided to stick together for the rest of the night, but sleep was elusive as every rustle and creak seemed amplified in the stillness. The next morning, the group decided to leave Elkmont. As they packed up their gear, they noticed strange symbols etched into the trees around their campsite, symbols that hadn't been there before. The carvings were crude and unsettling, resembling eyes and spirals. They hastened their departure, feeling as though they were being watched. On their way back to Knoxville, the friends were mostly silent, each lost in their own thoughts. They couldn't shake the feeling that they had encountered something beyond explanation. Over the following weeks, they each experienced vivid nightmares of the figure in the white dress, her sorrowful eyes haunting their dreams. Years later, Elkmont remains a popular destination for hikers and history enthusiasts, but the friends never returned. The memory of that weekend stayed with them, a chilling reminder of the unseen forces that sometimes linger in places abandoned by time. Elkmont, with its crumbling cabins and ghostly legends, continues to be a place where the past and the supernatural intertwine, leaving those who dare to visit with a lingering sense of unease. Friends, thank you for your attention. Please subscribe and like this video, it will help the channel grow. See you soon.